Yeah, I know. Probably didn't expect me back again so quick, so soon. Yada da da. But I come across something, and it's like, you see stuff. Hey Sarah, how you doing? Hope everything's well. Wait, I gotta stop saying your name, Sarah, because Sarah comes on every time. No, every time I say hi, Sarah, Sarah comes on. Anyways, well, not we. There's only me here. There's nobody else besides Blizzy. So I guess that there would be me and Blizzy. Although she doesn't read much. So anyways, I'm there on the tweeter. And, you see things that you can't not say something about. And I saw something from a Q poster. Okay, let me switch this over just so we can catch up with the times here. A Q poster, not like a Q poster, a poster with Q on it, but somebody that posts things on social media about Q. So this Q poster is making a post about, what's Q's promising. Q's promising these bizarre things. And I think we've all heard it before. And it's, there's nothing new under the sun. The shills promote all these great ideas to get you going along with their bullshit. And I think I'm going to put one of them up here to show you what these people actually believe, what they're being promised. Taxes to be abolished. Gold will back our dollar. Dollar will multiply in buying power. Middle class will explode. Baby boom. Urban super cities depopulated. Renaissance. Great awakening. That's the scary thing about these Q people. I'm not sure if everybody that's watching my videos understands this about the Q people, is they actually think they're awake. Okay, and I'm going to show you why they actually think they're awake in a minute here. But I'll get to that. What I find deplorable is the insanity of this. The Masonic socialist agenda does not even come close to this. Number one, where's the gold to back this? They've already shifted all the gold to China. And if you've been paying attention and understand how these things work, the gold was moved a while back, quite a few years back, to the new gold exchange in China. There is no gold to back any dollar. Sorry, people. And I was looking at the people that are promoting it, and my friend on Twitter came across this person that's somehow associated with this whole Q psyop. And they're asking psychological questions. And you're like, well, that kind of makes sense. Figures that it would be a MK Ultra program, this whole Q thing. And it does look like it's some kind of mind control program. And it's more and more looking like that every day. Let me show you just, what she posted here. That, just concerned me a little bit, okay? It concerned me because, hi, how's everybody feeling? Where's your head at right now? I want you to be totally honest. Psychological questions to people following a psyop. Okay? So we track this girl down. And I'm going to show you real quick here. Okay? I got to shift over here and then do this and do that and then blow this up. Okay? This Tiffany Fitzhenry agent, right? And she actually calls her an agent of influence, all right? It's kind of scary, okay? We're going to get into her book. Actually, you know what? We should back up here. Well, let's look at her book, okay? Okay, literally, she's got the one seeing eye. She refers to a character that's like Prometheus, okay? Of course, we understand Prometheus is Lucifer. And it's the whole Masonic agenda. Scaring everybody that the world's become polluted with all this evil. And it's how they're taking people. And people need to understand how they're taking people. And she's a part of this. A part of people being brought along in the Masonic agenda. But you can see here, Okay? And we know that Q people are not awake. And it's scary. Of course, they pick up all the issues that are perfect to the ears of people that are waking up. The horribleness of George Bush, the revolt against the ruling class when we know it was a Soros organized revolt. Okay, it's all part of this thing. Reset the 100-year reset, the global awakening. Okay, do these people even understand that she's a socialist? Which if you really look into the whole thing, never mind the whole idea of JFK. JFK was a communist, by the way. If you don't know that, it's probably because you're not awake, anyways. But anyways, it's not that he was a bad man or anything. It's just it's what he was. He was a communist. Read his books. Read his writings. He was a communist. Okay. The Jesuit pedophile takedown begins. This whole Masonic thing is really just how they're setting this all up. But what is really scary here is they have these people believing they're part of this great awakening, okay? And we know that the Q people are not awake. But it talks about, the disclosure and this and that, and how people need to find the light, the light of Lucifer, and all this craziness, and how it's just insane. It's just completely insane. But this is what's going on, okay? And you got to see how they're bringing people along to go along with this. And because people want to believe so bad, they're going to go along with this stuff, okay? We understand what they're doing, okay? It is not a new thing. This is something we understand. They're going to bring people down this rabbit hole of all this evilness. All this crazy stuff is happening. Some of it may be happening, some of it won't be happening in reality. But they need to bring people down these rabbit holes and convince them of all this evil. So in many cases, they are actually doing evil so that it's easier to convince people of evil. And you can see how they're bringing them along. But these people don't understand that whole Masonic agenda that she's talking about, the awakening, bring people in through the Luciferian agenda, how Prometheus sees the world and this and that. It's scary. It's scary that this is exactly the agenda, and they just slipped it into all the conservatives, and they don't even know what's happening to them. Yeah, well, what are you laughing at? I can't even say your name because, my computer will try and talk back to me if I say your name. But anyways, mixing it all up with prayer. Yeah, that's always been it. And we've talked about this 100 times. The Fetzer Institute, the money that's getting invested. Everybody thinks it's a liberal side. No, it's all sides. They're taking these freaking Q people right into the one world religion, and they don't even know it. And if you try telling them, they're so convinced of their bullshit, they won't. Because here's the thing, is when they're set up with all these things that won't come true, like, what was it again? Let's take a look again, the things that they're being promised, okay? The tax will be abolished, gold is going to back our dollar, and all these things. So what are they going to do? They're going to blame Satan when all these things come not true? And that's only going to push them more into the agenda. Oh, we have to go with the one world. It's just, I see how they're carrying this along, how they're working this new world order agenda right into every part of society, both sides. And people don't even see it. But they're pushing, and then they're pushing all the awake people out by convincing all the people that aren't awake that they're awake. How fucked up is that? It's so messed up. It's so messed up. I mean, I want to blame people like me and a lot of other people that have been awake for a while for allowing one as the religious stuff started moving into the truth movement. We let it in. It should have never ever been anywhere near the truth. Not saying that people shouldn't believe or this or that, but that has nothing to do with facts, with what's there, what's true, what's not. That's story time. And people can have their stories all they want, but you can't mix that in with, what we need to find in our reality of truth. And we let too many crazy psyops in. Oh, well, you know, everybody's got their own thing and they're awakening. And we didn't really look at them as saying, hey, these things that are being pushed in there are psychological operations. So all those psychological operations got pushed in there and moved. And you know, these Q people don't even realize when they're talking about the light, they're talking about Lucifer, right? The Luciferian agenda. And then then forget it, because they think as soon as they hear Lucifer that you're talking about Satan or the devil. They don't even understand. Trying to explain to them, the tip top of the Masons don't even believe in a physical Lucifer or Satan. They believe that they can be gods, and they don't even understand it, that they're being brought in to worship them as gods. And it just blows my mind. I don't even know if the words come out right. It just pisses me off that this psychological operation has been put on the people. There's so many. I'm guessing millions of people haven't even really filed Q, so I don't know how many people are filing it, but I see it all the time. Millions of people. And you got to think about how evil the people that are involved in this Q psyop to make them believe all this bullshit. They have them chasing down crazy ass stuff, believing crazy ass stuff. And not everything's wrong. I mean, you know, they take a positive side on it. But, you know, you can't tell people these things all the time. You know, that the taxes are going to be abolished. Gold's going to back the dollar. When we know that's not happening. That's not happening. You know? The things that need to be in place for these things to happen are not in place. When you have a Mason president, when you have the whole gamut of politicians that are wrapped up in the hands of the Magi, it ain't happening. But these people are given false hopes. And you're giving them something to believe in. I understand this could have given somebody something to believe in now, some hope, some good hope. But what happens when it doesn't come true? And that's where we have to fight against. We actually want these things. We actually would love to see, you know, a truly American printed dollar that's, you know, actually worth something, backed by, you know, whatever, you know, whether it's our minerals, whether it's gold, whether it's, you know, our sheer power of human being power, or our people power, you know. It's something we would love to see. But if people have this false hope on the people that definitely plan on not giving it to them, how the hell can we ever get people into the right direction of actually understanding that these other things need to be put in place so that they can get there? They don't even understand that they're actually falling down the complete opposite direction of where things need to be to get what they want. Because it's not like these things are bad things. Taxes gone, yeah, that sounds great. It's probably what needs to be done. Gold back freaking dollar, yeah, great. Where's the gold? You know, they're not even thinking. You know, that's that MK Ultra shit where you get people to just, you know, skip certain portions of the thought process. Like, oh yeah, gold back dollar, yeah. You don't need gold, right? No, you need gold to back a dollar if you're going to have a gold backed dollar. That kind of stuff doesn't register in their minds. And it's totally MK Ultra, man. I don't know. It just blows my mind that they totally suckered in like their people, their Masonic Luciferians into their leadership, right? And these people have no concept that's what it is. They think these people are patriots and shit. No. Their leaders are Masonic socialists. It's no different than a Democrat. It's the same fucking thing, you idiots. And they don't have a clue. It blows my mind. Proud Masons are the worst. That's the worst part. You know, I don't think, you know, a lot of people really understand that. Is these Masons, they think what they're doing is so good. They think what they're doing is right for the world. They've been sold on this whole thing that, that it's okay to walk over people and hurt people and do these things because the end justifies the means. I should have had that clip ready. I have that clip, the whole end justifies the means clip for the Masons. It's one of their fucking quotes. They don't care what they destroy, what they hurt. And that's the other side of it people don't understand, is that has to be stopped first. Because, evil begottens evil every time. It's just how it works. You're going to do a whole bunch of evil things to make things better. You just created a better place run by evil. Therefore, it's not better. And people don't calculate these things. They're lost. What do? That's why I was laughing. I can't say my name. I can't even say your name. I can't. Because the stupid computer is going to come on. What are you going to do? Freaking computers run our world. They make people fear all this stuff more than what we should be fearing. This shit has always been a psychological operation. That's what every bit and piece that I investigate and I come down to. The entire fucking awakening has been a psychological operation. And people need to understand that so we can get past that. Because if we're stuck on here's the thing. I don't care. You could be in flat earth. Or, I'm just using that as an example. And it's fine if you want to believe in it. I really don't give a fuck I don't care what shape the goddamn fucking earth is. I'm more concerned about what's going on right now in reality. That thing we live in? Alright? So, we live in this reality. Whether it's in a dome or free flowing. It doesn't really fucking matter. But we're here. Okay? We're here. Now. And they created a lot of this stuff. Okay? Right? And as long as we hold on to the things they created, and I'm not saying all of those things they created are false, okay? Let's say they're true, just to make you fucking happy, okay? But because they control these ideas and have you chasing them in certain ways, whether it's the anti-side or the positive side, we are never going to understand fully what this whole thing that happened to everybody is, and it needs to be understood, okay, entirely, so that we make sure that we evolve above it and do something to stop these people from bringing everybody that is living in their artificially created reality to right where they want it. I've always said, and I've always taken pride in this, and maybe it isn't always the best thing to take pride in, but I fucking do. I take pride in the fact that I don't go along with their shit. I never did. I don't get, I never listened to the fucking teacher. I never listened to these people. I never listened to the authority. Nobody should. That's what free will is all about. It's about being yourself. And if you really look at everything they've taught us, it's been all wrong the whole fucking time. So they were wrong and I was right to not listen to them. What it comes down to. And if they're controlling this different, this contained reality that they got even the awakened people in, we have a problem. We need to somehow get out of that, divert it, and fuck it all up. Fuck it all up. Fuck their shit up. That's what we need to do. Just saying. Because if they did it wrong forever, they taught us wrong, and have endless wars forever. They constantly play these fake games of news or just stories. They kill people, just because it fits with their numbers. Everything they've done has been wrong. People starving all over this world. That's wrong. Okay? Sure, Jerry, well, if everything's perfect, then everything's going to populate and it's just going to be boom, boom, boom. Well, there's better ways of controlling population than murder, than poison, than evil. How about education? Give people more opportunities to learn and be themselves, you know, and come to an understanding that maybe we shouldn't have a planned family. And, you know, think about not having so many kids or this and that or whatever it may be, but actually using the brains, giving the people the opportunity. They just, you know, they want to be, and then when I notice too, especially in social media, these motherfuckers are racist. I've never seen racism in my life until currently, these last couple of years. You know, I lived in the Northeast. I've gone into cities. I've gone into New York. I've gone into the projects. I've gone all over the place. I have never seen, I even lived in the Midwest. I've never seen racism like it is now. And people don't get these things. When you put this all together, why are they allowing these certain things to exist? Why are they allowing these evil and to create the division and everything else? Why are they allowing it? They don't understand. They don't understand. It's been created. Push people in a direction. Keep them busy. Keep the mind hating. And then design other people to give excuses for other people to hate them. It's fucked up. So no, these Masons are not right. What they call the builders. They believe they're building what they call their great work. This is not great work. This is shitty work. They did a shitty job. They created a fucking mess. And then you got freaking people out there that are getting paid to brainwash people and mislead them. Let me tell you something. Yeah, I wish Q was out there watching me right now, because fuck you piece of shit. How can you live with yourself for deceiving and lying to people like that? You can't do that shit. It's wrong. Fucking wrong. And you know, and it's like, it's pounding my head against the wall here, because I know I'm not talking to the people that are following Q. They're too busy believing the lies, stuck in the lies, because it's false hope. I'm sorry, I'm not going to go along with selling religion just so I can get more views. You know, promoting something I don't believe in. Not against it, but I'm not going to promote something I'm not going to sell you bullshit. If I don't believe in something, I'm not going to tell it to you. Like that, you know, I'm not going to jump on the whole fucking thing, the grid's going down, or the plane's going to blow up, or fucking some shit. If I don't fucking believe it, I'm not going to tell you. I don't cry wolf. These people are wrong for what they've done. And it's the most evil thing that I can ever imagine. The deception level, you know, like Bill Cooper said, is like out the door. This is the age of deception. And they even deceived everybody that woke up. They were ready and waiting for us to wake up and lead us down these different paths. That's the thing. A lot of those paths are true. A lot of them are. You know? What is it? The Theosophy's motto. There is no God higher than truth, or something. I think everybody believes that's the thing. Truth. But when you hear people say it in the truth community, you don't even realize they're talking at it from the point of the view of the Masons. Because that's what most of these people out there are. So when they tell you that, you don't even realize it. They tell all these people out there, they tell you who the fuck they are. You know, it took me 10 seconds. What amazes me is I never looked up this bitch, right? So I look her up. 10 seconds to see she's a goddamn Luciferian. 10 seconds. Millions of people following these people, not even knowing they're following Luciferians. I mean, in theory, it is kind of fucking funny. It is. I don't know what to say. It just blew my mind. Fuck shit up. Yeah, they fuck shit up bad. They don't even know that these Masons, what they created, they built the biggest mess in the history of the world. The biggest mess history, at least far as we know. There may have been some older civilizations. Problem is, we don't even know the freaking truth on that. We don't know the fucking truth on that. There's too many. We can't. You gotta think about it. People have probably been here for millions and millions of years. And if you really go back in time somewhat, it seems like in recent years, people have gotten dumber and dumber. And I'm not talking just these recent years. I'm talking like in the last couple of 100 years. You read something from the 1700s or the 1600s. They were eloquent and very intelligent. And even coding their shit back then. But now, no, we're not. We're not smart as they used to be. So if they were smart back then, I believe there was probably some civilizations that were highly advanced to some extent. And we can't even understand it because we're too fucking dumb. But, yeah, we're into a mess. And these Masons are the ones that made it. How the hell are we going to clean it up? I don't fucking know. I don't know. But let me tell you something. I would have never thought years ago that the Masons were bad people. I always thought they were good people, doing good things. They're shit. They're shit. They're evil motherfuckers, and they're too brainwashed. The whole Masonic thing, the more you learn about it, the whole thing, every degree they pass, every ritual they take, is brainwashing. They're more brainwashed than almost anybody else out there, because they actually believe they're doing good when they're just screwing up the whole freaking world. And they're evil. Think about it. No, you don't have a Mason, you don't have a war, period. Go through history. And I'm not talking just recent history. You go all the way back. What was it? Even with the combination of the Knights Templar and the Assassins, was it 1024? Yeah, 1024. That's when really some people believe that the Assassins were the guardians of the secrets. Ain't that some fucking shit? The crazy brainwashed Assassins are the guardians of the secrets. Uh-huh. Tells you how this world's run. A few people at the top that have a clue, and everybody else below them is brainwashed, and they serpenticularly just shit it all on the rest of the world. And that's how everybody became to believe what they believe. It's trickle-down brainwashing is what happened. You gotta look at it. It's what happened. Sucks. Fuck the Masons. Fuck the Masons, for real.